So I often get asked what my opinion on e-bikes is, and why don't I own an e-bike? Why don't I own an e-bike? That answer is pretty simple. I don't own one for the same reason I don't own a full suspension mountain bike, I don't own a full carbon road bike, and I don't own a fat tire bike. Oh, that was easy. I just don't think I would use them enough to justify the cost. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I have been injured and hurt my back, and it's hard for me to ride sometimes. But most of the time when that happens, I'm just either out of commission or just really slow. I haven't really felt like an e-bike would really make that much of a difference for me, but I could be wrong. Speaking of my back, I realized let's pull the bike out this way instead of trying to lift it out of the box. So don't go all internet on me. Just because I've never owned an e-bike doesn't mean I'm not pro e-bike. I'm very pro e-bike. I think they're fantastic. In this video, I'm gonna go through all the reasons that I think e-bikes are fantastic. First off, can we go through the one thing? Some of you have said it, and I absolutely hate it. E-bikes are cheating. There is only one way that e-bikes are ever cheating, and that's if you enter a race where e-bikes are not allowed. You show up to the Tour de France and you got a hidden motor. That's when e-bikes are cheating. There is no other situation where that is the case. Well, except if you get one of my Strava KOMs. Please mark that as an e-bike ride. So I do want to break that down a little further on the whole cheating thing, where that attitude comes from, and why I think it's so ridiculous in multiple ways. The first being, studies show that people who ride e-bikes aren't riding e-bikes instead of riding regular bikes. They're riding e-bikes instead of driving their car or not riding bikes. So if they're cheating on anything, they're cheating on cars, and to me that's a good thing. Oh, but you're not getting a good workout. One, pedal assist e-bikes still do get people a good workout. Two, I've taken this straight from a Burn Peak video, which I really like those videos. Not everyone rides their bike to get a workout. There's lots of other reasons to ride bikes. A lot of people ride bikes for fun. Some people ride bikes for transportation. It's ridiculous to say you're cheating on your workout. That's not why everyone rides bikes. CST Expedium Pro double breaker. I've never heard of these tires. Another thing is, e-bikes can be a great way to level the playing field. I keep telling my dad he should buy my mom an e-bike. They travel together all the time now. He loves to ride bikes. There's no way she would keep up with the way he rides. If he bought her an e-bike, they would be able to travel and ride bikes together. And that's just one example, obviously. You could think of a million examples where people would want to be able to ride with their friends and can't actually keep up at a pace that's enjoyable. Oh, this is just like a Dustin Klein video. Like I'm not allowed to like Casey Neistat style filmmaking myself. The more cyclists that are on the road means the more that cycling infrastructure will be demanded and built. And that's good for all of us. Just dawned on me, I have never unboxed a bicycle before. And my thing has always been, I will own an e-bike eventually. When I can't ride the way I want to ride or get where I want to go anymore, can't keep up, as I mentioned earlier, I will gladly own an e-bike. Edmund is loving this process. More people on bikes, more bike infrastructure, people who need to commute being able to commute more efficiently, less cars on the street. I just don't get the cyclists who are very anti-e-bike anymore. Oh, instructions. I probably should open that first. Oh, cool. This comes with a bike pump and all the tools. Oh, bike light. So the channel gets offered e-bikes a lot, and truth of the matter is I glance at them. They've always been way too cheap for me to have thought they've been any good. They're always really ugly, so I haven't been interested in them. I figured you guys wouldn't be interested in them. I figured a lot of them are scams, and I'm just not gonna do it. So this company, Tenways, reached out. I looked at their website. I thought this bike looked compelling. I wrote them back a 2-sentence email, which was, I get these emails all the time. I figure most are scams, and this is the first time I've seen a bike that actually looks interesting. So this bike is a pedal assist, single speed, belt drive commuter style bike, urban commuter, I think they say, or that's what I would say. And that was interesting to me because that's the kind of bike that I think you guys might be interested in and I would be interested in trying. Full-on adventure e-bikes are super, super expensive. I don't think this channel's gonna get sent one of those yet. So I felt like this was the interesting kind of bike. So yeah, what I wanna do is I wanna try it out. So I know what they're like, because I don't really. I wanna have friends try it out who have never ridden e-bikes. And then I wanna have friends who have e-bikes try it out so we could get an opinion on what it's like, because I'm not gonna have a good frame of reference. The reason I accepted this e-bike to review is because I wanted to be able to start the conversation about e-bikes a little more because of the comments I get, positive and negative. And this is the first one that I thought would be interesting enough that would be worth a review. Let's get the discussion started in the comments below. Again, the cheating thing, don't even type it. I already told you you're completely wrong about that. But anything else, like what do you think? What are your thoughts? Let's not get too specific on this bike yet. As I said, it's linked below if you want to look up details, but we'll get into that later. So one thing we've talked about in the channel Discord, which is basically a glorified message board where we share pictures and talk about bike problems and solutions. Oh, I touched the rotor. Anyways, is that e-bikers, e-cyclists have bad bike etiquette. I think the thing that's really going on there is just people who are newer to cycling don't know all the unwritten rules that we have about on your left, ringing the bell, not close passing, just that kind of stuff and making yourself known. We just notice it more when it happens with an e-bike, and I just think that the percentage of people riding e-bikes that are newer to cycling is higher. So it's not really something that's about the bike, but it's about the rider. And I know I didn't know all that stuff when I was starting out. And I've mentioned in other videos before, I've seen horrible behavior in cycling events that have been from people in full kit on nice bikes that should know way better. So it's not about the bike, it's about the rider. And all we can do is try and educate people and be nice about it. I do know there tends to be some strong opinions about e-bikes when it comes to mountain biking. And I've heard the tearing up the trails or just simply being too fast out there. E-bikes are not allowed on any of the mountain bike trails around me, I believe. So it's just something that I don't have any experience with. So something that I don't like to comment on. I'm not gonna lie. I do think this is a sharp looking bike. Oh yeah, this bandana? Yeah, they're for sale. Got a link below to our store with a few other things. There's only a few of these left, and when they're gone, we're gonna do a different colorway or a different design entirely, so get on that. So just on the install of this bike, I did it while filming this video. I'm gonna double check everything, of course. Haven't put the pedals on yet, but I would say you can buy one of these and not be a bike mechanic and put it together. Everything was mostly together. It's pretty simple. The instructions were in very clear English, so no problems there either. It is late though, and I'm gonna go to bed, so we will wrap this thing up tomorrow. So I'm gonna get the pedals on this, and I just tightened the stem bolts. If you buy one of these, remember that when you flip the stem around, it doesn't say it in the manual. I think for most of us that goes without saying, but a lot of people buying this bikes, it might be the first bike they put together, so tighten those down. I think I'm gonna see if I have a rack I could throw on here, because I don't think any of my bags will work on this the way it's set up now. So throw a rack on. Commuter should have a rack on it anyways, right? And then we'll hit the road, and I will see you out there.
All right, it's a nice looking bike. Have you already ridden it?
Nah, never been ridden.
You just put
This
your
is a
bag
maiden
in it?
voyage?
Definitely weird in these shoes.
It does feel like. This is so wild. It just takes off. It's so fun.